gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the WBM podcast. This is one of your hosts. It's your boy, Merk.
Yo, welcome back, everybody. This is your boy, X-Fer.
And this is your boy, Oscar in the mix.
In the mix. Tell him, Merk.
Guys, do we have one hell of an episode lined up for you this week?
That's right, y'all. They're actually going to lead me into the path of the Alien saga.
Yeah, we're going to go through the Alien franchise. We just watched Alien Romulus. We're going to give you our thoughts. We're a little late, but let's go over all these Alien movies.
Let's clear out the butter out of the popcorn bucket and let's get into this.
Let's
go.
All
right, let's go.
Yeah. That's the new entry now.
Suki's excited with the sound pad.
That's
today.
right.
For those of you guys in TV land who got a chance to watch that, that's our you know, like the news anchor. Whenever as soon as the audio cuts out, they immediately start having a conversation with the other person, but you don't know what they're saying.
Can
that
you
was
stop
for
messing
you.
with the Swedish device?
The Swedish made that. It's a Bluetooth.
No, I got it for his mother. I got to go take it back. She broke it after the first
It's
use.
actually her mother's herself, you know? That's how I left it.
And
Crippled.
that's for you, everybody at home, looking at us through that camera.
That's right. You right there.
It
That's
looks.
your cue, X-Fur.
Oh, yeah. It looks like the little monster from Alien. They go,
Ah, yeah, because Alien, see, the Xenomorph, as is better known. We're gonna break down right into our let's go full nerd on the Alien franchise, basically.
So Alien Romulus just dropped, guys.
Yeah, the Xenomorph has a tongue that's basically another little head that comes out of its main head.
oh, because that was the part 3, right? Right? Is that
What?
part 3?
No, the Xenomorph has always had
It's
that.
always
It's always had
head.
that in part
tongue.
1?
Yeah, the tongue.
Yeah, from the very beginning. Yeah, from the very first Alien, the Xenomorph, the alien has always had that second head.
That
inside
second
it.
creature
man.
inside of
See,
his mouth.
I've seen
Yeah.
the first
That
one, the
tongue
one
inside
with the goat, Ridley Scott, the OG one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know that one ends with being when they through a vacuum in the spaceship, they exit out the monster. Because it was just one alien.
Right.
It was just one alien. Yeah.
that menaced the ship. And what I loved about it, because they were miners. Like, they're like some kind of mining company.
No,
Or something like that.
the way that I don't know if it's Ridley Scott or the
Yeah.
writer of the actual script. The way they were selling it is they're space truckers.
Trucker, okay.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to be scientists or anything like that.
That makes
They were
sense.
just space truckers. Like
Yeah.
at this point in the future, humanity has gone out into space, and space is no longer this thing out of
Unknown thing.
sci-fi.
It's just like down the streets, the desert.
Yeah, so in the first movie, they're just supposed to be alien truckers. They're just hauling cargo back to wherever they're going.
Another
Yeah.
planet, right?
Dude, now that you think that, like, I imagine like the civilization so vast that it's rumors like on the other side of the galaxy, like, oh, that side of the trucking. Yeah, I heard there's
Oh,
some
you
black
know.
aliens out there. You know, my
Can you
buddy
imagine?
Joseph saw. Ding, you know, like the universe is so vast that
I
it's
wish
like,
we had that sound effect.
yeah.
Suki.
No.
Not the button. Suki.
I guess we don't have that sound
You know
effect.
how
Update
no,
my
but I
damn
imagine like it
soundboard.
just paints the lore like even faster. It's like, yeah, they got some roaches. I think they call them, you know, whatever they call them.
No, because in every alien movie, like all these human characters that are out in space, they're all very skeptic about the fact that there's a alien organism.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's something you have to believe. Like Alien in Alien franchise, in the Alien universe, people have already, quote unquote, went out there and colonized space.
Yeah.
So there was nothing out there, and then they run into these alien organisms.
Yeah, how did they find the egg again? Because it starts with an egg, right? Like they just happen to find it through
Yes,
somewhere.
and real quick, we didn't even say this in the beginning. Spoilers like a motherfucker in this episode.
Yeah, we will
Yeah.
we'll glass over, but we're like going to go through because I just want to get the storyline going.
Yes, but I do want to talk about that. That was one cool thing that I thought about the movie. That's human society is now branched off into space, and we are not meant for like intergalactic travel and shit like that. So therefore, that's when the diseases and stuff like that start coming into play.
Yeah,
At,
which they expand on Romulus,
right? Which I thought was so cool.
I think that was one of the coolest thing of Romulus. It's not by any means a perfect movie,
No,
and
but it's good though.
but it's really good. And one of the things that it does best is it expands in this alien movie universe that's already like fleshed out.
Mhm.
Like you said, the fact that in this world that they're in Romulus, a lot of people are getting sick just because of being out in space, being not in Earth.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
That's what they say. Like every cycle, there's a new disease that comes out. People get like black lung or whatever it is from working in the mines after an
Dang.
extended period of time,
Yeah.
you know, and you are owed apparently a debt to the company by like 12 years or 12,000 hours,
Yeah,
1,200 hours. I
crazy.
forgot what it is.
Because
Yeah.
the main character goes up and is like, "Hey, I work my hours. I'm eligible to get transferred,
Like to leave.
to leave."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, numbers just went up because population's down, numbers went up, quotas went up. You served 12,000, great. We need another 12.
And the lady is like the DMB. The lady does it at the computer right there. She presses the button and is like, "Oh, actually, you're 12,000 short."
Yeah, like it's literally like, did you fill out the form? No. Oh, you know what? I got it right here. Oh, it's too late. You don't have it.
You know what's worst part is like I get it, like I know you want to paint that lady as a bitch or the villain, but everything's so automized, like she's nothing she can do.
Yeah, she's like, I already hit the button.
Yeah.
She just works for the company.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
it, bro.
Like, her job is to tell you in your face, like, sorry, bro.
Yeah, like what you want? I mean, I do it.
Hey, bro, hurry up, I gotta clock out, bro. You know,
I gotta go to lunch, man. Harry, you know I'm going to lunch. Fuck this.
Fuck that. You're never leaving this planet.
Never.
But that's one of the aspects of the friendship that's even fleshed out the most is this idea that Weyland Company, the Weyland-Yutani Company, is
That's the name of the company?
Weyland-Yutani. Yeah,
I didn't even know. I watched the whole damn
that's
movie.
where
I
you have
never
the
knew.
W and the Y. That's the logo.
I knew it was somewhere there. I just knew it as the
And
company.
They mentioned it in all the movies.
oh,
And it obviously it turns into this big evil corporation.
Right.
And Romulus kind of expands on it more that they're making better worlds, but it's just an evil corporation that's terraforming worlds and using like a workforce that's
Yeah, you
taking advantage of the workforce and the colonizers and that.
yeah, man, because
They're the ones that are always after the alien to use it as a bioweapon.
right. And that's,
But in the first movie, like it wasn't set up like that at all. It was just like they just work for the Weyland Company.
yeah, you just focus on the alien, like survive monster, yeah. But part two, like, where do we go from here? Like Romulus, because here in part one, y'all can go backwards or forwards. What makes sense?
All the way back to we're going all the way back to 1979 when the first Alien came out.
Yeah, I'm saying like for part one, but where do you go from here, lore wise?
so like he's saying, do you do another prequel or do you go forward in the story before Aliens and after
moving forward today?
Yeah, like where would you start? Like where would you start? What do you think is going? Like what is your opinion?
Oh man, I want.
It's a new trilogy. It's going to be a new franchise.
Yeah, I don't think Romulus really sets up a new trilogy, but it'll be cool to see more stories. Just more alien movies. The series is already announced for next year, 2025, called Alien Earth, which is set before Prometheus. So I don't know how they're gonna make it make sense because supposedly in Prometheus and Covenant, David was the one that created the Alien X as we know them.
And David is the non-human, right? Yeah,
Michael Fassbender. Yeah, they prefer
because they were droids.
What do they prefer?
What
the droids or the
not unofficial human,
artificial
person. There you go, artificial person. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, isn't like the same thing that all three movies, like, they kind of go crazy, the androids? Like in part one, the android, doesn't he like do something with the alien?
Well, in part one, Ash, he's programmed, by the company to want to take the alien as a specimen.
Yeah, that's what that was his job, right? He was programmed to do that.
Which I think is crazy.
And I like because like had a concept of like droid because he had white blood, so that threw me the fuck off.
Yeah,
I was like,
I thought it was so cool. Like for 1979.
Yeah, that concept is so crazy.
And that's how you know in the series who's real and who's not. Like the blood that they bleed, and you're
that's
like,
right.
Oh, it's goo. Or
yeah, some of the later movies. There's the 4-1. You don't even find out who's the robot until she gets shot and she survives. And then you see that she's bleeding white, and it's like, oh, she's
been the droid the whole time.
A droid or a robot or whatever.
Yeah.
An AI.
AI, yeah. My chat GPT walking.
My walking chat GPT.
So real quick, I want to give a shout out to homeboy that played the artificial person in this movie, dog, because he switched it up so crazy. He plays like with the downgrade, before he needs the updates or whatever, dog, and how he's got the jacked up motor skills, the speech impediment, and he's real timid. And then whenever he switches over the programming of the chips, whatever the fuck it is,
he got the new iOS update.
bro, he got the new Android 16 plus. You know what I'm saying?
54, yeah.
He's like
Android 27.
It not only gave me security clearance, it also upgraded my OS.
Yes. Which I thought was crazy.
That's what he says, right?
It gave me another foot taller.
And it gave me 8 more inches. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he's actually, I think, out of the performances, I mean, you gotta
My
give it up.
boys got
give it
deeper.
up to
You know?
you did.
It did. He
It
became
did.
more confident.
Yeah,
like,
because he was timid and he couldn't really
You motherfuckers owe me 24,000 hours of labor. Get back to work. Fuck. You know?
Well, it was interesting because his motivation.
Alien, what?
His motivation in the movie was to always do what was best for the girl, the female protagonist.
Because that's what he was programmed by her dad. Because he's a broken
out of date bot.
droid, a broken bot.
Yeah,
and
Her dad's a bot?
No. The dad found this guy and fixed him up. That's why he's like the brother, even though he's.
And he only gave him they call it a directive. He only gave the droid one directive. It's like, hey, do what's best for what's her name?
I'll say Ellie.
Oh, does he sacrifice himself at some point? You know, he has to. That gives it away. That
Obviously, yeah. Yes and no, because there's a point where he becomes
like he's sad. There's a sad point when he died.
Because he had the redemption arc.
Yeah, he
had the redemption. There was a part where he's like, again, you feel bad for him. He has this like his upgrade. You're like, oh shit, this guy's fucking. He's not. He's pretty badass. And then you're like, oh, he's being a dick now. There's that moment in the movie where he's like, oh, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Because he gets basically they put a I don't know what they call them, chips.
Yeah, we'll just call them
chips.
chips.
A chip on him because they need to give him security clearance.
That's right.
To open the doors.
Because he's like from the company's old version, he's still like their droid. You know what I'm saying? So he's still like the R2 or whatever.
Yeah.
So he still has some clearance, but when he goes there, he realizes that he doesn't have enough clearance. So that's when they give him the new chip that he found on a dead droid there, and now he has.
And they gave him the clearance, but also upgraded his OS, and he overrode his directive.
Correct.
To be like, do what's best for the company.
Yeah, you have a new directive now.
Man, sounds like what's his name? Superhero 8? What was the movie from Disney?
Big Hero 8?
Six.
Big Hero 6. Yeah.
6.
That's what that motherfucker sounds like. Yeah.
I don't know where it
Protect family, you know?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's like I say, his performance is actually one of the best things of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't really know.
Bro, so I imagine like the government has like I would love to see a movie where I see like Alien versus like the government's droids built to fight these motherfuckers. Like you like a bunch of like you hire like John Cena, Batista, The Rock this summer. Company provides like it's just a side movie. You know,
look.
Am I cooking?
Look, Alien Marines. If you told me that that's what the next Alien Marines,
well, you know what? Because
they're bringing that concept in part 2. You know,
they're bringing it in the video game too. Alien Space Marines.
That's what I'm saying. Like
the video game.
But if you gave me The Rock, John Cena, Batista,
I'm just saying,
and what you're talking about is the Aliens, the sequel.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, give me
Space Marines versus the Aliens.
Give me a reboot. That's but instead of calling it Aliens, just call it Alien Marines.
True.
That'd be sick
because that's the one they go like they mostly come out at night.
Yeah,
mostly. Yeah, but they were human Marines. I don't want like a robotic motherfucker.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I could see that.
Like they're all robots. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like to the T.
Yeah, because they like you'll see them die, but they won't be like mutilated fast. But you see them take out like 15 in the cool way before they get.
What you're describing is Predator. Alien versus Predator is what you're describing.
But they're the human androids though. Like they're like 5 walking Chat GPTs, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
RoboCop versus Alien is what you're describing.
Yes, exactly. Yes, but obviously they're human,
so
right?
You're talking Clone Wars.
Yes. Bro, you can even have one that's fucking look, bro, I would give you one that's like fucked up, like he's like old model, but he has to be phased out because he had personality, but they don't need that anymore. And that's Ryan Reynolds. You know what I'm saying? That's your one android that has like a personality glitch. So he's like funny and humorous, but he has to be phased out, you know?
That would be funny.
There you go. I just saw it.
No, that's
and Wesley Snipes in that bitch, he's the oldest AI model. I'm just thinking that before too.
I'm trying to think. What's that?
And he's directed by the director of the Squadron, Samuel L. Jackson. You know?
So
I would watch that.
That's Avengers. And the other movie that you talked about
directed by Ridley Scott.
Maybe.
But the movie, it's the video game movie where Ryan Reynolds plays the guy in the blue shirt or whatever.
New Guy.
New Guy. No, it's not New Guy.
The other guy? Did I?
No, it's that movie. Free Guy. Free Guy. That's the other one. Ryan Reynolds, who's like the guy with the sense of humor and everything like that. That's Free Guy. All these premises have already happened, brother. I love you.
Yeah.
But I love what you're putting down. You know,
I'm just throwing actors out there. You know,
it's
you
great.
No, I mean, I like it. I like it. Like a concept. One concept that I saw on social media, somebody said the next movie should be that prequel concept where in Aliens, Ripley, the main girl, she gets recruited to go check out this colony where the colony is not responding. But the company, of course, knows that there was like they were studying xenomorphs there, so there was a breakout of the xenomorphs of the aliens. Prequel movie of that colony.
Oh, before the outbreak?
Yeah, before the outbreak, because they show the aftermath. But basically, these 150 families or 150 people made of families, they built barriers.
Yeah, you see it in there, huh?
Yeah, you see it in there, and they were probably waiting for help. So just a prequel where
yeah, there were bullet holes like in the walls and shit like that already.
So they fought the aliens off for like a certain amount of nights before they all got
I would
killed.
love to see that because I think that movie would be cool. And then in the end, the aliens win.
Well, that would be my movie.
The aliens win, and then the Newt is the only one left alive in the colony, and then you see Ripley's ship like
land. Part 2.
Yeah, like I would watch the shit out.
But that's what my movie is.
Directed by Michael Bay.
In fact, that's what my movie is. After all my chat GPTs get killed, right? They the last one, who's Wesley Snipes, holds down the fort until the very end where they're overwhelmed by aliens. All 150 families get killed and shit.
Right.
And
then they see the ship pull up. Right before he goes out, the last thing he sees right before he gets eaten or fucking killed is the ship pulling up.
Yeah,
that's it, bro.
Yeah.
That's a good intro. I would end it. I watch that.
Or I can see it like more like a family where everybody, like, what's the movie with Jim from The Office?
Fog. Sorry.
Oh, the one with no noise.
A Quiet Place.
That one. Just repeat that same concept, but with families running around away from the aliens.
I was thinking The Fog, just way darker.
Oh yeah,
way darker.
They'll get picked out.
Yeah, like slowly, like that was the fucked up part about The Fog is that like
Newt's family, Newt, the little girl, she's the one that went to hide in, but the dad of her whole family.
Bro, doesn't Newt die like off screen? The little girl.
Yeah, and then we get to Alien 3.
Poor little thing doesn't even make it ever, bro.
Yeah, no.
Damn. Yeah. That's the cruel world it is, bro.
Real quick, you know what I would watch though is Batman versus Predator. That'd be cool as shit to see.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Sorry.
Don't they actually have those comics?
I think there's a comic brand that actually
Avengers versus
Avengers versus
Batman. Prep time.
Well, right now there's DC versus Godzilla.
Oh, shit.
And then there was a DC versus Kong, and then it was DC versus Kong and Godzilla, and then like somehow Godzilla or King Kong turned good, but so then we're fighting Godzilla. I don't know, bro. It's some crazy shit, but
right now they got
Superman's
Marvel
up there
because it's now it's a Fox Disney property. Technically, Aliens is a Disney property. So right now they're doing Marvel versus Aliens.
Yeah, that's cool.
And of course, you got to make the aliens OP. So like the aliens are taking on Hulk.
Yeah, they're taking on Wolverine. Like Wolverine would fucking win, but they have to make them seem like they're a challenge.
So they make the aliens OP.
He'd be in a lot of pain though, because like every time he cuts them, he'd be like, by the acid.
The acid, yeah.
It would never affect his claws though.
No, that is claws, but like he'd be in constant pain, like his face, like But
we've seen it though. He's taking on an atomic bomb, bro, to the back. Like he's peeled off layers.
I'm saying that
Jean Grey is shot off like.
I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying he's in constant pain. That's what I'm saying.
You're right. I'm not saying that it'll be easy. I didn't say it'd be easy.
Deadpool he'd be like laughing about it, but he'd be in pain too.
Yeah. I think he'd be like excited for the challenge because I did see that cover where it's a xenomorph and it's Wolverine facing off against it, which I thought was cool.
They did a whole bunch of bearing covers, which is like xenomorph versus different
superheroes. Yeah.
So they were really dope.
Part of the xenomorph's like aura is like it's never defeated. Like there's so many of them that like continuously just keep getting shitted out.
Yeah, because like the driving mechanism of these creatures is just to reproduce.
Yeah, that's all they do.
There's nothing else. Like it's just reproduce, like and infect other infect more hosts.
Yeah.
Like that's why in the movies the aliens don't always kill everybody. Sometimes they just take them.
Yeah. And Alien versus Predator, remember that the hospital of all the pregnant moms?
Oh, Requiem.
Yeah. They were all freaking just incubators. That's all they were. Yeah. So they're infamous of that. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean that's the whole driving mechanism of the
other movies. Yeah, man.
Fun fact: Xenomorph. The word Xenomorph was coined in Aliens, the sequel, And like the leader of the colonial marines or whatever says, "Hey, the xenomorph, da 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 da." Xenomorph literally just means alien creature, from
What is
Yeah.
that? It?
It's like alien organism. So they didn't mean for that word to stand, to be the name of the creature. But then everybody took it as, xenomorph. That's what they're called.
That must be the official terminology. They're not aliens. They're xenomorphs.
Yeah.
And everybody took that, and then it became the official word.
That's fucking hilarious.
But it's mentioned one time in Aliens.
And
that's it.
Number two, it's mentioned one time. He's given
40 years later.
He's given the brief before the mission, and he's like the xenomorph, da 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 da. And then it wasn't meant to be the official name, and then it's stuck.
That's fucking awesome. Fan cultism.
Fun fact.
More you know.
Fun fact.
Give me my sound.
Not that one, Suki. Come on.
No. You feel
there we
fun
go.
fact. The more you know. Thank you, Suki. Thank you.
But you know what? I really I like the actual reason for them needing to even go to the ship in the first place, right? So homegirl's trapped on the planet. She's not going to escape. She's going to get sick and die before she gets the opportunity to do that, because that's what happened to her family.
Yeah.
Right. So they get the cryopods. No. For Romulus.
For Romulus.
Yeah. For Romulus. So
I mean, I really like the whole storyline.
Yeah, for me, I was like, that was a good. This was a good thing. Like, I like this. Like, okay, we got to get to the cryopods to get the fuck out of here. Oh, there's not enough juice for the cryopods. Well, let's get some fucking juice to make it work.
Yeah.
And then when they're stealing it, in that moment, that's when I realized, I was like, what the fuck was it cooling? That was the moment I was like, oh, they fucked up here. So again, I thought it was very, very cool the way it led up to those moments in the
and it was cooling the face huggers, and apparently people are like, well, where did the face huggers come from? I mean, did they make X or something? But then I think there's a machine where like they 3D printing the face huggers.
Really?
Yeah, so they were 3D printing the face huggers. Dude, and they were frozen, and of course they took the cryo fuel. And that's the one that became unfrozen. Which that sequence in that room, because the room is like halfway or not flooded. It's like
it's got water to their like shins,
shins, right? And the facehuggers are like swimming in the water.
That was cool.
It builds like such a good tension.
Look, I think that was a straight tribute or homage to 4, right? Because it was the red light room and the water.
Yeah,
if you think about it, that was the only other time we've seen.
That was the only other time that the
aliens
swim
have ever been in water before, and it was the red light, which was the exact same scene that we remember from in 4, which I think is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah,
like,
which a lot of people are saying Romulus, it doesn't bring anything new. If anything, it's just it literally just takes everything. It's just it takes everything from all the other movies,
yes,
and from all of them.
Yeah.
So it's just the Spider-Man No Way Home, the Avengers of Alien. It's just full of callbacks, nothing new. Yeah. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. I think that's the best part about it.
That makes it fun, Yeah. That way you're always looking for all the Easter eggs.
I thought it was fun because I haven't watched. I'm not a huge diehard fan of the Alien films, but I've seen them. I know enough of the lore. I've watched Xenophore videos because YouTube. Whatever happens, rabbit trails. And I really enjoyed it going in there blind, not knowing what to expect. But for me, it gave me all the classic horror tropes, the alien tropes that you expected to see. The acid blood was always a cool fucking mix so that they added in there, of course.
Yeah, that whole sequence where they
zero gravity.
They brought the concept of zero gravity, which is like rarely used in the other ones.
Yeah, like
they're in space.
Why wouldn't you throw the motherfuckers off? Like I'm sure they're not used to zero gravity.
Yeah. And I like the way they set it up because there was a timer that gravity needed to be perched. So every so long, gravity will be reset and you will have zero gravity. It was a really cool concept.
Yeah, but they gave that to you at the very. That's like
Oh yeah, they
good
set up
level
a bunch
writing.
Of seats. Yeah,
like that.
This is clearly foreshadowing.
Okay,
I mean, I'm not gonna say it was like master writing, but it was like foreshadow.
Here's an example of goofy writing. The droid is like, all right, heat and sound is what alerts these fucking things. Cool, we're gonna raise the body temperature inside the room to match your body levels. You guys are gonna be invisible. Just don't say shit. Okay, cool. He starts going, and out of nowhere, the headset goes off, and he hears his bitch start like fucking losing her mind, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like,
"Yeah, dude.
What the fuck? He just told you to shut the fuck up, bro." And now the other aliens, like, they all stop. Like they were all just roaming around. They all stop, and the little fucking feelers go up, and they're like sensing the shit in the air. You can hear like the static from the headsets. That's what they can pick up, bro. That's how good they are. And then this fucking guy's like, "It's okay. Tell me where you're at." And I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
But they don't jump. They also don't jump. They react to the sound and they don't jump. And you're like, well, why wouldn't they jump right away? But it's because they don't have eyes, so they're supposed to be reacting to just the sound. but they don't jump. And it's like, okay, I guess they're not jumping. But then he gets goosebumps.
Yeah, the chills cooled his body.
And that's when they jump, and I was like,
okay. Dumb motherfucker, bro.
It's still cool.
Oh no, but no. And then it was funny because they just said a fucking moment because the droid was like, run. Just fucking at that point, it was hilarious. But that was like one of those moments where I'm like, boy, ain't no fucking way. Boy, ain't no way. And
is that horror movie trope that you're like, come on. And this character's got to be smart in it.
Classic horror movie trope.
Another concept that the director Fede Alvarez, which is the director of Evil Dead, the remake.
Oh yeah.
He does really well scary movies, and that's what the Romulus was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a return to the roots, which is scary tension. In this movie, the characters are meant to be. They're not meant to be experts or like even experts in like space.
Oh, there's no Ripley. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they're kids. Like in the first movie, they're space truckers, but they're still like Ripley's a lieutenant.
Yeah.
In the second movie, they're colonial marines. In the third movie,
she's got to experience.
Ripley's still a scientist and a lieutenant. In the fourth movie, they're like scientists. It's full of scientists. In Prometheus and Covenant,
they're scientists.
They're scientists. So in this movie, it was supposed to be different, where like these kids, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, so they would make the wrong choices.
And that's
true.
Like
kids in the forest and shit,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, you know what? Even when that guy shoved the electric stick inside the alien pussy, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, and he just stands there,
bro. So many sexual innuendos, by the way, implied in this movie. Like, there's a literal vagina hanging on the wall. And like it's like breathing and everything, bro. It's like full ovulation.
It's full queefing, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And homeboy, and he chose. He had like one option, like of a gun.
What mistake did this goofy motherfucker make, bro?
He chose the long one.
Would you shoot it or penetrate it?
Shit, lick it.
Yes, but how would you kill it?
With my dick.
So he stuck it just like this guy would have done, right? But he chose.
But his was electric.
Yeah, an electric stick, right?
Tesla stick.
And he jams it in there, bro. He jammed. Yeah, it's a Tesla dick, right? So he jams it in there.
The magic stick.
And instead of it knocking the pussy out, the pussy bit back.
Oh shit!
And that's when you see that scene of like the hook going in his fucking face or whatever, and he gets all fucked up. And of course, the thing starts bleeding. He falls under it like a dumbass, and the acid starts falling all over him, and then that's how he fucking dies.
Oh, yeah, that's how he dies.
That's how he fucking dies.
I forgot about that. I was like, because his body explodes a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, because it slowly starts eating through him, obviously. But yes, it's that thing where it starts falling on him. He doesn't know it's falling on him, but at that point, it's already eating through him, and so it's that, That's the most annoying shit.
You were right about all the sexual innuendos, man.
It is. Cum shot all over his face. I mean, that's what it was, bro.
That's crazy. His neighbor, his buddy was like, put jalapeno in his eyes. I kept on walking, bro.
The other sexual innuendos that you see when the face hugger is trying to like
it throated it like your mother does me, bro. It was crazy.
I'm like, I didn't have to see that. The appendage going through his mouth
from here.
Like he shows it. He shows the face
hugger.
Like, it was that lucky. So I was like,
why? Even when it was getting in there in the beginning,
they just kept pulling. Whenever they took the face hugger, I was like, girl, that's right. It was like,
bro, it was like the ropes at the magician's
I was about to say at the end there was a rope. Well, is this your card?
You need to see it, bro. Yeah.
It was wild.
But face hurts around.
Even when it was like trying to get into their mouths, bro, it was the same thing.
Oh, you know? Man.
When he says just the tip, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, they fully show all that.
But it was.
And then the other one is one of the girls who's pregnant, and you're trying to figure out who the dad is. Because at one point it's insinuated that it might be Tyler.
Yes.
Or the alien.
But Tyler's supposed to be with the main girl.
Right.
And then another point is kind of insinuated that he's her cousin, which is the one that dies from the acid.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was weird.
But I guess it was supposed to be a family love. I guess.
So
I watched Star Wars, bro. What do I know?
It was supposed to be hinted that the dad was one of them. But I don't know.
I watched Star Wars, bro. Brother, sister, Luke and Leia is cool, dog. They got one. Yeah. They get one, bro.
And in the end, the baby ends up turning into a hybrid.
Oh.
Yeah. But see, look, and I thought
that was a cousin?
Homage. No, how
and then she gets infected by the black goo.
The black goo,
which they bring from Prometheus.
Which is, again, the tribute to the first movie, obviously. That's how the whole universe is connected like that. But what I thought was cool with that is that now that they have the goo, they got it back to the company. It's going to be in the company's hands at a certain point or another.
Yeah,
you know, because
which I mean, it doesn't really connect too well because then I mean, where was the black goo in Aliens or in Alien 3?
that's why I could see a whole nother prequel being done. You know, fuck it, why not?
But and we're supposed to, I guess that all that research got destroyed when the research facility got broken up.
Oh, that makes perfect
which
sense.
the research facility itself, it's a really cool concept. The Romulus and I guess Remus would be like the other module. Like one module was droids only, obviously to prevent from anybody to be infected by a facehugger. And then you got the other, which would have been Romulus,
right? Which would have the people and some droids.
But it was supposed to be like the.
But I like the way the ship broke down into the asteroid belt or to like the solar planet belt.
Yeah, that was cool, into the rings.
Yeah, to the rings. There you go. I couldn't think of the name. So it broke into the planetary rings and how it just like disintegrated. And it was quiet. That was the cool shit I liked about the movie, was that like when there should have been like loud explosions, people screaming, shit going on, it was dead silence. And I'm like, oh, this is classic. Like this reminds me of how the original Alien was. Like those long moments of just dead silence, because that's what space is, obviously. You know? So it works, man.
Well, that was the tagline of the very first one. No one can hear you scream in space.
Dang.
So again, like full circle.
For the supposedly for the Eagle Eye fans, there's an Easter egg when the base is getting destroyed by the rings. You see Ripley's skate pod just flying.
No fucking way.
Yeah, because again, Ripley is during Romulus. Ripley is inside a skate pod in cryo sleep, just flying around, not being found. And you're supposed to see it in the background.
That's cool as fuck.
She's flying by a
planet,
a habited planet. So you would think
nobody found her,
been caught by the sensors.
Yeah.
Nobody.
But no, supposedly she just flew by.
I'm assuming that the thing had an emergency beacon on it, like, "Hey, fucking pick me up, pick me up."
Well, who knows? I mean, it's just a cool Easter egg for the.
But again, in space,
no one cares. You scream.
Well, you know what? I will say that. Remember, it was kind of a big deal, yet not a big deal for somebody to go to space. Remember, they mentioned that to the girl. They were like, first time being in space. And she's like,
for the workers, because I mean, they can never leave the planet.
So I guess as much as shit we want to give, it's like, well, maybe not everybody, had access to that shit.
As long as they pay their hours.
That's that OT, baby. You gotta get that.
Gotta make it, baby.
That OT. Ain't got no time for vacation.
I don't know. I guess we meant to go over more lore, but I mean, there's
you broke down the movie at the same time. What'd you think about it at the end?
The thing is, there's so many cool Easter eggs in Romulus. Like even that alien that gets probed.
Yeah.
So he gets a little electricity and he becomes the main xenomorph. That's a callback to AVP, the very first one, because the main xenomorph gets marked by the predator.
Oh, that's right. He sure does. With the netting, right?
By the netting.
Yeah.
In all the movies, you gotta have a main xenomorph, like a quote unquote hero xenomorph.
Yeah.
So that was the hero xenomorph, and he was the one that lasted all the way to the very end because he was the one marked by the electricity.
You
can see it in his like skull. You can see electricity like still going off.
I did not pay attention to it, bro.
That's
a cool
hero xenomorph. And the elevator shaft is that electric xenomorph that saves. I forget her name.
Yeah, homegirl.
Yeah,
I did not
quote unquote saves her from falling.
Damn.
You remember when the gravity falls?
Yes.
That was a cool scene too,
dude. That was really fucking cool, actually. Yeah, that zero, like almost there. Anyway, I'll stop. Great fucking scenes, good movie. I'll give it I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, solid rating.
I give it. I mean, me, as you can tell a little bit, I'm a bit of an Alien fan.
He's biased.
When I was a kid, I was able to watch the Alien movies when I wasn't supposed to. So to me, watching these really violent R-rated movies as a kid, I became a fan.
Nice.
But to me, I'll give it a solid 8 too, because like I said, it's not the greatest movie. I read this really cool concept that the director was talking about, hopefully doing Alien and Predator, where he would direct half the movie, and then his director friend, the director of the Last Prey movie, he would direct the second half of the movie.
Yes.
So it would be two directors with different styles, kind of blending.
I would love that. Imagine POV. Yeah. You know, it'd be really cool. Same scenes, different point of views. Like same battle, just like from the Alien side, and then from the Predator side.
That'd be cool.
And then I think it'd be cool.
But I know, I mean, there's more Alien content. Like I said, Alien coming in 2025, and there's Predator content coming out.
Yeah, new Predator movie coming out. The gentleman, if I'm not mistaken, who actually directed the actual Amazon film, is getting a chance.
The Hulu film.
The Hulu film. Sorry, is getting a chance.
It's a Disney franchise too.
Oh nice! Yeah, that's right. Hulu. Yeah. He's getting a chance to redo a movie, and he's gonna set it a little bit further in the future, which I'm excited to see how that's gonna go. What are you rated, Papa?
I haven't watched it, but I look forward to AVP versus Alien.
Out of our
again.
review, are you excited to watch it?
I'm excited for AVP Alien. Yeah, no, that sounds cool. I always love. I'm more of a Predator kind of guy.
Yeah,
you know.
You sound just like your mother.
Yeah. That's like it goes so wrong too. I'm a pro Predator kind of guy.
I was like,
that's why you can't go nowhere near schools. Huh?
Walmart's apparently on Targets now.
He's not allowed near kids' playgrounds.
You know. And he explodes. But I always love when they would make the movies up because they use them as the xenomorphs as trophies, and then they use their heads as shields and shit. You know, that was cool. Yeah,
that is cool. The popcorn buckets were lit, man.
Yeah, there was one with like there's a fight between the queen. The queen was chasing some bitch or some shit.
Yeah, that's the first one.
And the guy does like a 360 no scope, somersault, and just stabs the queen in the neck. But that shit was like, let's. Yeah, it was worth it. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then like the alien does like you're one of us now. She does the to the homegirl.
Yeah, he because they do a mark.
Yeah,
the mark of the hunter.
Oh, like the acid or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the finger or some shit. I remember that. Yeah. And he goes home and she goes home and and she writes a book about it. And she talks about it.
Can you imagine? Be like, this motherfucker ruined my face.
All of this while presenting the menu about how to make an espresso.
Put the fracks in the bag, bro.
She's telling us put the fries in the bag, bro. Fuck. Baristas. What are you going to do?
Anyway. Put the fries in the bag. Oh, Alien Isolation, the video game. That one's a really cool storyline because the protagonist of that video game is Ripley's daughter.
Oh,
so some people are saying make a movie version of that storyline.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because she's out there searching for her mom.
For Ripley.
Yeah, that's what happens in the video game in Isolation. Which that game was crazy. I didn't finish it, but
is it 64 one or which one?
No. It came out in 2010 or something. Alien Isolation.
Yeah, you know what? That could work simply for the fact that that's how they can do a whole other franchise
based on Ripley.
Yeah, but
Ripley's
it could still be a prequel several years apart while she's looking for her mom. And again, you're not changing the main universe; it's just a separate story.
Yeah, man. You can even use all these plot lines to be like, then suddenly there's this character like, hey, I heard what happened in these planets, Romulus. Maybe I can use it as a clue to go find my mom. And you already have the Easter egg with the shuttle flying. So they can connect it,
She's like chasing the trail.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh. And that leads to the franchise and her like. And then because you already set up the platform, she can either dodge the new hybrid or dodge the xenomorphs on her way to find her mom.
Hey, bro. That's a good thread. Like, that works. Because that video game is really good. It wasn't like super popular when it came out. But over the years, people have found it. And basically, you're in a spaceship, and you're being chased by the alien. Man. And it's all stealth. Like, you could hide throughout the ship.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
man.
seen some people play on their TikToks, the ones that you have to make a sound, and then now that you make a sound, the xenomorph will find you.
Yeah, that's Isolation. Oh. That's that game. Yeah, that's when you play as Ripley's daughter.
Damn, that's sick as fuck.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, last thing I want to.
All right. Yeah. So,
anything else?
Sigourney Weaver. That she's got the Sigourney.
That's her goo.
Sigourney-ussy?
Yeah, I mean.
But I think we went over time.
Yeah.
Anyway, she could have got it back in the day.
She can get it right now too. Point blank period.
I'm just saying. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the WBM podcast. This has been one of your hosts. It's your boy Merc. Please make sure you guys are following us on our social medias: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all at WBM_podcast.
And you sure to be following us on Amazon Prime, Apple Music, Spotify, Stitcher, no more Google Podcasts.
That's right.
And all that jazz.
Yeah, now only YouTube Podcasts.
That's right. Yes. YouTube Podcast. Yes, sir.
We out here.
And check out the website, WBMpodcast.com. In the description for all of our episodes and our YouTube videos, you'll find 2 links. One is to support the show. If you like what we do, support the show. Another one is for text messages. Send us a text message. We'll give you a shout out.
That's right.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And what's your name, buddy?
My name is Oscar.
In the mix.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Gundam Wing.
That's right. Zero. Hiroyui. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see ya. Peace.